Understanding grief. What is grief? Grief is the emotional reaction to a loss, in this case, to death. Mourning is the process we have to go through to adjust to the world in which the person has died. As this book illustrates, grief is an intensely personal, contradictory, chaotic, and unpredictable internal process. If we are to navigate it, we need to find a way to understand and live with the central paradox. That we must find a way of living with a reality that we don't want to be true. It forces us to face our own mortality, which we've spent an entire lifetime denying, often through the creation of order. Because if we have order, we have predictability, and most importantly, control. Death shatters control. It is brutal in its ultimate power over us, and it is this fact which we find so impossible to accept. To grieve, we need to find a way of enduring the pain of the loss, not fighting or blocking it, and for that we need support, the love and support of our family and friends, and we need to understand what the process entails. The process of grief. Everyone always talks about the process of grief, which is as much the activity that is going on below the surface as above. The image often used to illustrate it is an iceberg. What we see above the waterline, our words, our appearance, our expressions, is only a third of the whole, and the process that is hidden below consists of a tug of war between the pain of loss and our instinct to survive. The process is in the movement, the back and forth, between the loss and restoration. Sadness, tears, yearning, and preoccupation with the person who has died alternate with present-day tasks, functioning, having hope for the future, and having a break from the grief. Over time, we adjust incrementally to the reality of the death, and as we adjust, become a little more emotionally available to invest ourselves fully in our present life. This process, which is both conscious and unconscious, is intense at the outset, but grows less as we learn to better manage our grief. The paradox of grief. The paradox of grief is that finding a way to live with the pain is what enables us to heal. Coping with grief doesn't involve immersion theory. Rather, it is enduring the pain as it hits us. This often feels like a storm crashing over us, and then having a break from it through distraction, busyness, and doing the things that comfort and soothe us. Every time we alternate between these two poles, we adjust to the reality that we don't want to face, that the person we love has died. The essence of grief is that we are forced through death to confront a reality we inherently reject. We often use habitual behaviours to shield us from the pain of this unresolvable conflict, but these can work for us or against us. Pain is the agent of change. This is a hard concept to understand, but we know that if everything is going according to plan and we are content, there is no impetus to change anything. If, on the other hand, we suffer from persistent feelings of discomfort, boredom, anger, anxiety, or fear in our everyday lives, it usually leads us to question ourselves, to find out what is wrong. Is it a problem with our relationship or with our work? What is it that needs to change before we can feel content, even happy again? When someone dies, the change is imposed on us. The pain we feel is heightened, forcing us to adapt to different external and internal worlds. It is often the behaviours we use to avoid the pain that harm us the most. The behaviours that we develop early in life to protect us from emotional pain are our automatic way of coping with difficulties. For some people, these default behaviours work well, while others are not so helpful. Talking to a friend when something troubles us is a positive behaviour. Numbing our pain with alcohol, a negative one. Our task is to differentiate between them, while at the same time learning new behaviours that support our capacity to bear and express the pain.